Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I've got a bit of a transfer roundup, just a news roundup. Got plenty of stories to talk about. Well, it's funny because it's mid-February after a relatively quiet January transfer window, but we've got to talk about Reece James' injury return, Gallagher, Branthwaite from Everton, Victor Osimhen, Josh Marsh joining our technical team, and Jewell joining our technical scouting team as well. So, yeah, plenty of things to talk about. On and off the pitch as well, makes it quite exciting. Let's get into it. So starting off with Reece James then, this is stories from Simon Johnson of The Athletic. He has put out saying Reece James has returned to light training after undergoing hamstring surgery in December. The England international was hopeful of being back in full training in less than a month. The club will worry about rushing him back into action too soon. So obviously, James, as we said, had hamstring surgery in December. I think long awaited, it had to happen eventually. Thank God we've got out of the way and it's happened. And James posted a picture of himself after the training session with his boots. So yeah, James is back in light training as we've seen, and we can't rush him back. We just can't rush him back. That's the thing we've got to learn here. He cannot be rushed back. And so we're seeing the club doing quite well. Kunku's not being rushed back at all, coming back from his little knock. So the club's definitely learning. Obviously, we got someone new coming to the medical department after departure last, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. So there are changes happening in the medical department, and hopefully that's sort of seen a bit of a difference of how we're treating players coming back, because we just cannot rush him back like we have been. Towards the background of the season, we can see him back. I know I've seen a few people, very few people saying we might see him in the League Cup. We won't see him in the League Cup. Not at all will we see him in the League Cup. I don't think we'll see him in February. March, I don't think we'll see him in March either. So it'll be the background of the season. It'll be April, May when we'll see his return. I expect April. Yeah, we're not going to see him on the pitch for a while, but he's back in light training and it's big improvements. Apparently it is on schedule, so that's good. So Gallagher then into some transfer news. So Ben Jacobs put out a report about Gallagher's contract, which we know has been in negotiations for ages now, about what actually could be the amount of money Gallagher wants. And he said Gallagher is seeking contract terms that are similar to Moises Caicedo, roughly 150k a week. So that's really interesting to hear, because we didn't know after this point actually what he was asking for. I'm actually sure what Gallagher's on now. Yeah, about 150k a week. For as important player as Poch sees him, as much of a loved player the fans see him, you probably could say that's about right. Liam Twomey from The Athletic also put out a thing on Gallagher's current situation with the contract negotiations, saying that the dialogue is open between the players' representatives and Chelsea sporting directors. There's a significant chance an agreement could be reached if it remains open. There's no movements towards a new deal and nothing on the table currently. So there has been moves to make this happen. Both sides are trying to make this happen by the looks of it, but as of right now, they're not making any massive progress. That's all right, I guess. As long as it happens, eventually, and that's what Poch wants. That's what the sporting directors and all these new people bringing in think is right. That's what matters, I guess. As long as it gets done and it's wanted, then you can't really complain, can you? Next up then, we got a chance about someone coming in, Branthwaite. If you don't know him, he's 21 years old, English centre-back from Everton. You must know him, I'd thought. I think he might have even scored his first senior goal against us 2 seasons ago at Stamford Bridge, and I think we drew 1-1 in that game, so yeah, I'm sure you probably know him. Mike Keegan from the Daily Mail has put out an article, it was a transfer update, including a segment about Branthwaite, and it said, Man United and Tottenham are pushing the most, while Chelsea, Arsenal and Real Madrid have all inquired. The size of any offer will likely hinge on Everton's league status. So first off, let's just look at those 5 teams who are interested in Man United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid. That's the calibre of player we're talking about here. We're talking about he's quite a big, tall player. Say English homegrown, so for the English clubs that is very good. Left side centre back. He is a very good player, Branthwaite, and he's a player I quite like. And if we're looking at a centre back, for me, I mean, surely he's better than some of these Liga options. I know disrespect to Liga, but you have experience in the Premier League. He has proved himself in the Premier League. He's proven himself to be a good talent. I mean, it just comes with, because all you look at the teams I've mentioned, a lot of these teams are looking for centre back or also looking at Liga and centre backs. So it's gonna be a fight for no matter which player we decide to go for. It's gonna be a fight. So the size would likely depend on whether Everton stay up or not. I think Everton will stay up, but it also depends if they get another point deduction. Then, I mean, 20 points is hard to come back from in it, so we don't know. But even if they do go down, it's going to be a big fight between 5 big clubs to actually secure the signing. So it will be a hard sign to get, because I say he's a very good player. And there's a lot of good clubs interested in him. I mean, you look at what other clubs are going to have on us. Arsenal right now are pushing for the title. Real Madrid are Real Madrid. We all know about them. They constantly win stuff if they're really interested. Man United, okay, a lot of people give Man United criticism, but you can sort of start to see where they're going slightly. They're making moves upstairs with technical directors and stuff like that. I guess you could say performances are improving the pitch, but there's a good chance they might have European football. I mean, as of right now, you'd probably say they have a better chance. I think, what's the gap now? It's a 7-point gap between us and United now, and they are in a European spot. And Tottenham are having a very good season right now, and they're in a European spot. So, as of right now, those 4 other clubs, they've all got something to offer what we might struggle to offer, what is a European spot. Could definitely entice him. But, I mean, as of right now, it looks like Thiago Silva will leave. It looks like the club aren't going to further the time of Thiago Silva. It's disappointing for me because I'm a massive fan of Thiago Silva. I think he's a great player. And it is a real shame for me that it seems like that's coming to an end now. And especially in terms where, like, the club won't end up on good terms, but it's still just a bit of an icy way to finish it, innit? But yeah, as maybe it's a Thiago Silva replacement, I think it's definitely possible. For, say, the club seems to be very interested on a centre back, so I'm all up for Jared Branthwaite chance. Next up, Victor Osimhen. This one comes from Jason Burt, The Telegraph. I'm going to keep this one quick because it's not massively involved in us. Obviously, Osimhen's a target of us, so it is going to affect us. So just make it quick. Jason Burt said, Osimhen has been lined up by PSG for news that Mbappe will leave in the summer. It might force us to look at other strikers. There are other strikers out there. There's some very good other strikers out there. I mean, Benjamin Sesko is a striker I'm a massive fan of. I've been speaking about him for a few years now. That's a possibility. Victor Gyokeres from Sporting, I've butchered that name there. But, there's some good strikers out there. Obviously, Osman's the main target for a reason, because he's just unbelievable with a different calibre to those players. You have to say it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens to this one. Right, on to stories about the men upstairs. Josh Marsh, this is coming from David Ornstein from The Athletic. Chelsea set to name Swansea's head of football operations, Josh Marsh, as their new loans manager. The appointment is driven by the sporting directors Winstanley and Stewart, and he is scheduled to start the role in March. Josh Marsh, coming in from Swansea to be the new loan manager, I think it's something what Carlo Cudicini's working on now. He's going to work with Cudicini as part of that team. And if you don't know about his resume, he's obviously, since 2022, he's been Swansea's managing director. He was at Huddersfield as a head scouting between 2018 and 2022. Before that, he was chief scout for Huddersfield between 2016 and 2018. Before that, he was a youth scout for Southampton from 2015 to 2016. And from 2013 to 2015, he was a Wolves scout. So he's quite a young name and very decent at his job. Can't take that away from him. Obviously, only been at Swansea for about just over a year now. Swansea have brought someone else in that section. I think it's sporting director Swansea brought in, something like that, and sort of made it clear that he was going to leave. And things like he's coming to us. Well, it'd be interesting. I like what the club's trying to do. I think we are really trying to build a team above Pochettino. What I quite like, but as long as Pochettino gets a say in it as well, it's fine. And someone Josh Marsh might be able to work alongside is Sam Jewell. So coming from Sam Wallace, The Telegraph, he said, Chelsea have made their move for Sam Jewell now amid fears that Dan Ashworth will take Jewell to Man United. It's understood that no final decision has been made by Jewell, and staying at Brighton is an option. Offer at Chelsea is understood to be a global scouting role in charge of negotiations for both Chelsea and Strasbourg. Obviously, both of them are owned by Todd Bowley and Beck Bargley in their consortium. Sam Jewell, a man with a very impressive resume, He was at Newport as an analyst from 2015 to 2015. He then moved on to Swindon as a chief scout from 2015 to 2016. He was then at Brighton youth chief scout from 2016 to 2022. And this is where he actually worked with Dan Ashworth. It's important, we'll get into that in a second. And after that, he was Brighton's head of scouting from 2022 to now, where in fact he actually replaced our current sporting director, Paul Winstanley. So I talked about him working with Dan Ashworth at Brighton from 2016 to 2022, and obviously not that whole time, but a part of that time. And the reason why that is important is obviously Dan Ashworth's he's going to United now. He's going to be United sporting director, possibly. I can't tell you that. But he's going to be someone big in the club. And obviously that experience of working with him might convince him to go to United. That's the belief. The belief is Sam Jewell, as of right now, will go to Man United. But we are trying to make a move first to try to get him to come to us. I mean, look, he's got an impressive resume. He apparently played big roles in Brighton's deal to sign Moise Caicedo and Alexis McAllister. We know how they worked out, so he's clearly very good job. And also, he's got multiple times from Zervi praise in the public eye for an impressive job. So, yeah, I mean, once again, if we add to our team and a growing team of, names with decent resumes, it would be a massive addition. But it's just that fight against United for him. So yeah, that's it for today then. Good 6 stories to go through. It's a bit weird doing a bit of a news and transfer roundup in mid-Feb, but I mean, we're starting to get quite a few rumours about the whole world of transfers right now. I think maybe the Mbappe thing has kicked a few things off, as well as some other stuff, so I don't know, maybe we're going to start seeing more and more of it as the months come on. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See ya.